Oh my gosh, happy Tuesday. Feliz martes. I'm just gonna give it a few more minutes and see if we have people joining. We are gonna be showing our September box, which I know it's early. We're still, just starting August, but this is the box that ships in August with the September theme. And we got everything early, so I thought it would be a good time to show you. And then during the next week or so, before we end the subscription period for this box, I can get a little bit more, share a little bit more, get a little bit deeper into some of the activities, answer any questions, but at least you see everything that's available for this month. We're super excited. Okay, so after celebrating Nuestros Atletas, we want to celebrate Nuestros Artistas. So as you may know, we are a subscription box for Puerto Rican kids that want to learn and really love and connect with their family roots. So every month we pick different themes that will show you educational content and those fun facts that kids can understand and can help them connect with their Puerto Rican roots. But then we do it with activities, crafts, games, recipes, in different ways. So they're learning, but they're also having fun. It's a great way of them to putting the pieces together and really not only learning, but then really enjoying doing these things about Puerto Rico. I think that we tend to wait until Christmas or big events to bring our culture, and our goal is to do it every month. So every month you have new information and new ways of connecting with your roots. So I'll share our September box. As I said, it's all about our artistas, nuestros artesanos. So I'll show you. I'm going to start with our educational box. So book. So every month we have an educational booklet. This is not the final, but I'll show you some of the, so you can see what type of content we have. So it's heavy on educational facts. So as the kids are doing the activities, mommy or dad or grandparents can refer back to the book. You don't have to Google anything about Puerto Rico. You have very cool fun facts here. And all the content is in both Spanish and English. So we know that we have families that are trying to learn Spanish with their younger kids. So we have the content in Spanish, and we tend to include some activities to practice Spanish. But for those kids that don't know Spanish yet, we have all the information in English. We think that we're all trying to teach our kids to learn Spanish, but we don't want them to miss their opportunity to know about Puerto Rico because of language. And I think that, especially now with the Olympics and seeing Jasmine winning, I think that there's more and more awareness and celebration of the fact that you might not, no has nacido en Puerto Rico, you might not speak Spanish perfectly, but that doesn't mean that you're not celebrating your roots and loving Puerto Rico and connecting with your roots and feeling like you're Puerto Rican, right? So we're gonna start with a booklet. We're gonna talk about different artesanos, different type of artesanías. We're gonna talk about la bomba, mondillo, different categories of artesanía. And we're going to talk a little bit about back to school, because similar to the States, we're going to go back to school, in Puerto Rico around this time we go back to school, so we're going to talk a little bit about that. So fun information there. And then after you do that, putting things away, you can jump into the activity. So because we're talking about artesanos, every kid is going to receive this certificate as a mini artesano, because they're going to be doing different artesanías with the different activities. So you get your certificate. The first activity is with a papaya. So every month we include our flora and fauna cards, and we do the activities related to either the flora or the fauna card, or sometimes the recipe is based on the flora card. So in this case we're talking about the papaya, and with that we're gonna make a jabón de papaya. So you are gonna get the glycerin base, you're gonna get dry papaya, and a little cup, so then you can make your jabón. This is our jabón, and you get the instructions. It comes packed with instructions step by step. It's pretty easy to make. If you have other things like essential oils or little pieces, you can add them to make them more fun. But with this, you do get that little, like a little bit of a papaya flavor, smell, I should say, not flavor, don't need it on your soap. So with that, that's the papaya activity, and then you get all the fun facts about papaya. Then the other thing that we're gonna be talking about is bomba, as I said, and something that's very particular about artesanos is that they make instruments. And we've talked in the past about el cuatro, we talked about maracas in a prior box, and el guiro. So with this activity, kids can learn about el barril de bomba. So we're gonna get a balloon. Parents can help to cut the balloon, so then they can make sound. I don't know if you can see it from here, but you can kind of make the sound of bomba. And then you're gonna get a playlist, which every month we include a playlist. So you're gonna get some bomba music, and on the booklet you're gonna learn about the instrument and a bit of the background of bomba. And we also talk about some of the things that we get from Taínos and in our African roots too. So I think that that's important for kids to learn more about. So then, because they're gonna be playing bomba, we are also gonna make these little paper dolls. So you're gonna get the paper boy and girl, and then you're gonna get cardstock, either or both red and blue. So then you can use the different patterns. We're going to talk about diseñadores de moda. So then they can create their own style. You're going to get lace, because we'll talk about mundillo, and just different elements so they can decorate the little paper dolls. I'll show you. Victoria practiced yesterday and she made her paper doll. And something that she mentioned as we were talking about the activity, so when you get the box, you can kind of cut the box to make like a stage. And what we were talking about is that I can kind of play the barril de bomba, and then she can have the little dolls kind of like dancing, like they're dancing to the bomba music, which is how it works, right? El barril de bomba, you know, there will be someone playing barril de bomba, and then you have the dancers kind of dancing to the barril. So you can replicate that. So we're gonna do a video, and we're gonna share that, because today we launch our Facebook members group. So when you subscribe now, you're gonna get access to a Facebook group just for members, where I'll provide some resources, right? I can share more of how we do the activities. I'll share more of those things that you've been asking for, book recommendations, going deeper into some of the themes that we cover, but also for parents to interact and share their experience, not only with Rooted, but just with their journey of raising bicultural, bilingual kids. So I'm super excited to see people starting to join the team, or I should say the Facebook group today. And one of the things that we're planning, and we'll talk about it as soon as I get the date, we're gonna do a bomba class for our subscribers. So it's gonna be a virtual class for kids where they can do some bomba dancing. So that's gonna be super exciting. More details to come. As I said, we just launched the Facebook group today, and I can't wait to see all the members and joining and interacting with each other. So with that we cover el jabón, el barril de bomba, los muñecos de papel, and a bracelet. So I don't know about you, but here at home, for me and for Victoria, we have jewelry in different ways. I always have my Puerto Rico, my Puerto Rico necklace. I have this necklace that I bought on a trip with my brother and my husband and Isabella. I have a Puerto Rico bracelet that I got from one of my best friends that sent it to me. So Victoria has a coffee necklace that she wears all the time. So jewelry is always a fun way to connect with your roots and keep Puerto Rico in your heart, right? So kids can make their Puerto Rico bracelet. I think it's the other way, but so you're gonna get the little different beads and a Puerto Rico bead, and then the cord, so they can make their bracelet. So I stole this one from Victoria, and she wasn't happy when she saw that I was wearing it, but I had to show it to you because I think it's super cute. Maybe I should have a parents version too. So the other thing that we're gonna have, I talked about the flora fauna cards. For fauna, we're gonna talk about, for fauna, we're gonna talk about El Manatí, and we have some information about El Manatí. As always, we include a themed postcard so kids can send those to family and friends. And this one is about going back to school and what things you like to learn. So very easy for those kids that are still not writing. They can just color and circle, and then still, maintain those connections with family and friends. Right, like who doesn't love bracelets? It's gonna be fun, and it's easy pattern, easy to do. I can't wait for you guys to start sharing those pictures. For those that are subscribers, remember that when you share your activities, photos, and tag us, we collect those, and then we do a monthly giveaway. So then we send some extra stuff as a surprise for your next box. So for the recipe, we're making sandwichitos de mezcla, and I cannot wait to eat that one. We made more than one, and we couldn't wait, so I made my family pause and make sure that I had one sandwichito de mezcla to show you. So now you're craving sandwichitos de mezcla too. So that's another easy recipe, and my daughter was looking at the ingredients as we were putting them together, and she's like, I don't know if I'm gonna like these. Like, what are we eating here? I'm like, don't even ask. It's part of our tradition. You might get this on your lunchbox since we're going back to kindergarten in 2 weeks. So why not? So that's the content for September. If you're a new subscriber, you get some extra stuff, right? So let me get those out. Everybody gets a Puerto Rico flag because we always need an extra Puerto Rico flag, right? And if you sign up for the 3 or 6 month prepaid, which gives you a lower monthly rate, you just pay it in advance. You get albums, so you can collect those flora, fauna, and recipe cards on little albums, so it's easy to go back and refer and keep them around. Then you get this Mis Raíces album. I love this one in particular. It's to talk about family. Before talking about Puerto Rico, I think it's great to talk about family. So this encourages that conversation. Talk about where is your mom from, your dad from, and then we talk a bit about where is Puerto Rico, where are you, how far away from Puerto Rico. So just starting point. So you start your journey with the Puerto Rico box, and then a Puerto Rico map, because then we refer back throughout the different months. You can refer back to your map. As we talk about different places. So the other thing I wanted to share is the siblings add-on. So something that we heard from families, if you have more than one kid, we have a sibling add-on where you get those activities that are not shareable. You get another set. So the soap, you will get 2, the pretty much everything on this month, because it's very individual. So if you have more than one kid, they might want to, have their own. So the sibling add-on gives you that opportunity to do more activities. We have a different families. Some of them are with younger kids, older kids, and they're fine kind of splitting the activities. But some of them, if they're close in age, they want their own bracelet or their own thing. So we offer that sibling add-on. So you can see that on the website as well. So for this box, you have until the 15th to subscribe, and then we ship everything by the 20th, so you get it right before September starts. So it goes through the month of September. And as you go through the plans, you're going to see you can do month to month, 3 months, 6 months, and you can cancel anytime. We always send an email 2 days before reminding you that the subscription is about to renew, and then you can reevaluate. But that's an option. We also have our shop where if we have inventory left, you can purchase as a one-time, no subscription. We have a few boxes of the Nuestros Atletas box where we had the ping pong game. We had a jersey because we were talking about Roberto Clemente, like a jersey drawing you can do. We had a Puerto Rico medal, which Victoria wore the day that Jasmine won. She went to the school with her Puerto Rico medal. What else we had? We had the mini tostonera. We made platanutres. Can't remember what else was in Nuestros Atletas. Anyway, so you can see some of the prior boxes and get them there. So I'll share the picture of the box with all the details. If there are questions between now and the 15th, I might come up a few times for more lives, or you can find me on DMs. Thanks. If there are no questions, I'm trying to see, there's like waves and whatnot, but if there are no questions, thanks for joining, and yeah, let's celebrate Nuestros Artistas this month. Thank you.